Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for being on time. Okay, and yes, and my name is Selena, and I saw Nicole inside. Hello, Nicole. Hello. I want to say hi to Yi and you because you are the first one we enter. I hope you're still inside this chat. And for those of you that just joined, and I do want to know, or you that is watching me right now, could you identify yourself by typing into the chat, please? Okay, if you can just type in your name so that at least I can say hi to you. If not, SG City College will say hi to you upon my on my behalf. All right. So first of all, thank you so much for joining us in our first live this year. Okay, of course, today we are doing chemistry session, and I'm sure that many of you that are watching over here. Oh, Carissa! Oh my God, Carissa! Hello. Hey, Rakesh! Hello. Carissa is our Carissa, right? Is Carissa? I know. Oh, hello! So good to see you, Rakesh. Hello. I thought you are at the gym. Okay, but never mind. It's nice to hear so many familiar faces, and nice to see so many of you. Okay, and yes, okay. Okay, so for those of you that are still watching, please identify yourself so that I get to know you, all right? I know who you are, and let me say hi to you. Okay, don't be shy. I'm so thankful to see everybody that's online today to see me live. Okay, we'll start promptly at 5 p.m. But I know that some people are still trying to log on. Now, if you have friends that have difficulty in especially this chapter called identification of ions, make sure you send them this YouTube link. Okay. Hello. Oh, hello. Someone say hello to me, and I think that's I don't know his name. Okay, but hello, SG City College. Please help me say hello back to them and give them some love. Okay, yes. SG City College is actually my dearest admin. Thank you so much for helping me to make this live successful. All right. Yes, okay. Now please remember at the chat there, if possible, tell me your name so that I know who you are and I can say hi back to you. Okay. Oh, I don't know how to pronounce that name, so that's why I didn't say. Okay, okay. Now, if you have friends that I say mentioned just now that have difficulty in understanding this topic, identification of ions, make sure, okay? Hi, Braden. Hello, Braden. So good to see you. Okay, make sure that you send this link to your friends and tell them about this live, so-called live lesson. Okay, oh, live lesson. All right. Now, this live lesson will allow you to solve questions in chemistry topic pertaining to identification of ions. Okay, I will tell you a little bit more later in a short while. All right. So make sure that you tell more of your friends. Okay, but nonetheless, if your friends cannot, if your friends cannot make it for today live session, do not fret because we will be able to save this up. I'm going to post this on our YouTube. All right. So make sure that you subscribe to our YouTube. Okay. And if you love this live, please like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. Okay. And yeah. And my producer say, please thumbs up. Thumbs up if you think that is good. Okay. And then click thumbs up for me. Thank you very much. Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay. Now we have 1 more minute. Let me wait for another 1 more minute before I start the live officially to teach you this entire lesson. Now, but at this time when you are watching me, okay, could you go to our description, all right, and download the LG for today lesson. Some of you didn't know we have an LG, right? I'll be saying the word L using this word LG very often during this live. Now, LG means learning guide. Okay, LG means learning guide. So go to our description. You will see the link to click on and click on this link to download today LG called the learning guide. Okay, the learning guide for today lesson. Got it? All right. Okay. Do we have more? If now I mentioned just now, if you just enter, let me say hi and hello to you. So type into the chat and introduce yourself. Tell me your name. Okay. So all right. Okay. Now many of you will be wondering. Okay, Now, I think it's 5:05. It's good time to have our lesson starting, okay? Let's start our lesson. Now, identification of ions and gases and ions. Now, what exactly are these questions? Have you ever seen this before? Does it look familiar? Okay. Whoa, I have a kimchi saying hello. Wow, you make me very hungry now. Okay. Yeah. Hi, kimchi. I make sure that I have kimchi stew later. Okay. Anyway, if you look over here, these are some of the questions that you will see in your GCO level paper. And I'm sure many of you have seen this type of question that your teacher have set in your recent mid-year or even last year paper, correct? Can see or not? All right. Some of you will be thinking, oh yeah, I remember. Wow, it's so difficult. Most of the time I get 0 out of 8. Do not fret. By today's lesson, I hope that I can equip you with the necessary things to conquer all this question. All right. Now, this is one example. I extract this out from one of the 10-year series question. You notice here, all the boxes require you to identify them. All right. It's a total of 6 marks. And the brilliant thing is that they will always end off with asking you to write a balanced chemical equation with state symbol. And that will cost about 3 marks. Well, this one is 3 marks, all right, because they want state symbol. Okay, so 6 plus 3 is total 9 marks. Let me introduce to you another question. There you go. We have another one. All right. Now, this one here, 5 unknown, RSTUV, 5 plus another 2 more marks for the equation, total sum up to be 7 marks. Okay, now next up, well, we have another one. All right. Also sum up to be 7. Wow. Okay, another one. 6 plus 2, another 7. Isn't this worthwhile to actually watch? Because I'm going to teach you how to tackle all this question. Out of 8 marks, okay, at least after this session, I will make sure you can pocket at least a minimum of 6 out of 8. Okay, trust me in this. So watch and make sure, like I say, if you want to follow through this session effectively, go to our description box. Make sure that you download the LG. Okay. Now, if you have problem downloading the LG, quick. Type into the chat. I make sure the admin quickly go and see if there's any technical error. But we have tried and make sure I think that is actually quite okay. All right, let's move on. Now, if you notice that this kind of question require you to have knowledge from one portion, which is this. Okay, this look familiar now. Notes for qualitative analysis. Okay, watch this one. Who can tell me right now, these notes that you're seeing on the screen right now, okay, can you tell me actually this notes is available or is given in which portion of your exam? In which portion of your exam, okay? You see, notes for qualitative analysis, okay? Test for anions on the top, test for cations over here, and also test for gases over here. So this 2-page qualitative analysis notes actually can be found in which portion of your exam. It's actually given, or you will be given this shit in which part of the exam. If you know the answer, someone answered. Very good, Rakesh. Rakesh say it's in practical. Very, very good. Yes, okay, it's in practical. Now, this will be found, or this page will be given to you during your practical. Nicole Sim, well done. Very good, very good. This notes is given to you in your practical exam. So during your practical exam, which is going to occur during September, no, end of September, beginning of October. I think it's the first week. If I'm not wrong, it's the first week of October. GCO level practical exam will be held in the first week of October. Okay, this 2-page will be given to you in your actual GCO level practical exam. Isn't that wonderful? But not forgetting the actual written paper, will this page be given? You tell me. Okay, the answer is no. All right, the answer is no. So at the end of the day, you still have to memorize them by heart, because all these notes will not be given in your actual GCO level paper 3, which is a written paper exam for the combined science, or paper 2 for the pure chemistry students. All right, now if you take a closer look, Now, at the side here, okay, page 3. I wrote page 3 here means that this is the page number for your LG that you downloaded, okay? This is page 3, okay? Page 3 of the LG that you have downloaded, qualitative analysis notes. Okay, now, those of you that's watching, I have a pool of combined science students that are watching and a pool of pure science chemistry students that are watching. Now, this topic is actually tested in both. So both all of you that are watching, it will benefit you. However, the notes that I'm using here is solely specifically for, okay, solely specifically for pure chem students. So this page is given to pure chem. Now, combined science students, do not fret. I just tell you what's the difference so that you know what to do. Okay, listen. Now, the only difference is this part here. For the test for anion, okay, for the test for anion, combined science will not have iodide. But for pure chem, will have iodide. Now, for cations, combined science will not have aluminium. But combined science will not have aluminium, but pure chem will have aluminium tested. So that you can see that I asterisk there for you. So do not fret, okay? Do not fret. Do not fret, all right? Do not fret. So why is it that I picked this? So that you can see a whole range of it, all right? Now, at the end of the day, you still have to memorize this paper, this entire thing, how to, or what solution to use to test for what, correct? Now, how do you memorize this? Many students ask me, Miss Selena, it's very difficult for us to memorize. There's so many things to memorize already. I have so many other subjects. Do not fret, because City College, which is us, we actually produce another YouTube just to help you memorize this table. Isn't that wonderful? So go to our description box. All right, go to the description box and then down you go click on the link. That is a YouTube to help you memorize this. So I come up with some tricks, some acronyms so that will help you memorize this entire table. So watch the YouTube how to memorize the QA notes. Help to memorize the QA notes, okay? So it's at the description. We actually do a lot of YouTube for people, so make sure that you watch already, like and subscribe. Okay, so much talking for this part here. Now, we all know that this notes is the necessary part to solve all the question, right? So, now, as I mentioned just now, this notes is all found in practical, okay? Now, I'm going to show you an extract of practical over here. Does it look familiar now? Okay, I'm sure all the students that are watching, you look very familiar. Okay, this is one portion that you're often asked to do. Okay, let me make it bigger. Now, here says, example, this is just an extract from one of the GCO level practical exam, all right? One part they say over here, add 1 cm of solution P into a clean test tube. Very familiar, huh? Okay. Add sodium hydroxide slowly and then shaking until no further changes are seen. And then they say add another further 1 cm of sodium hydroxide. They keep adding sodium hydroxide. What are they trying to do? Well, basically, your job is to use this QA notes to find the identity. Whenever you add sodium hydroxide, the main purpose is to find out who the cation is. Isn't that true? So the moment you're given a solution, maybe something that looks like this, okay? Well, your job is to add sodium hydroxide using this QA notes. You will know that, hey, yeah, when I add sodium hydroxide, whatever I see over here will tell me which is the cation at this portion. That is what you do in your practical. Isn't that true? That is why in the practical, there is a observation portion. Your job is to write down what you see. And eventually, what is the purpose of practical? Have anyone ever told you? Well, the purpose of practical for chemistry, especially for identification of ions or qualitative analysis is another way that we mention it. The main purpose is to do what? It's for us or for you and I to find out the unknown compound. Because most of the time you're given an unknown, Our job is to find out who are these unknown by adding what? All this solution. Whether we add sodium hydroxide to find the cation or the anions. Isn't it over here? See, the anions is more interesting. I always think that the anions are most interesting because there are all these different tests. Okay, these are the different tests. Does it look familiar? Now, why do I introduce the practical? You will be thinking, but this is supposed to do written. And did I make a wrong decision to show you this? No, no, no. I want to bring you to a realization, or I want to give you a revelation today that whatever that you're doing in your practical actually is also tested in your theory. Because this one here, you saw they add sodium hydroxide. You're supposed to write down observation, right? Through the observation, you are able to identify the unknown. Then let me compare something to you. Let's see the actual question. See? Instead of saying solution P or solution Q, they say this is a green solution. And they also add something. They add sodium hydroxide. Hey, isn't it very familiar and very similar? Not familiar, very similar. Can you see the parallel to it? Isn't it similar to what you are doing here in your practical? Isn't it similar? Oh, okay. So what I'm trying to tell you is whatever that you do in your practical is similar, or I should say, is actually tested in your theory. So if you know your practical, you will know your theory. And over here. So next time when you're doing your practical, do not fret. Don't just think that, oh, I'm just doing practical, what they say to add, I will just add. No, there is a reason. And every time you do something, you know exactly what you're testing. And right now, I'm going to show you a practical, okay? In a very short time, okay, let's change cam. All right, okay. Now, most of the time when we are doing practical, instead of a solution that you're given, okay, instead of a solution that you're given, okay, now this is the solution that I showed you just now, right? Then you're given a solution. The question will often ask you to add what? Sodium hydroxide, correct or not? Then just now I tested you. Sodium hydroxide added. What is the test? You're testing on who or what are you testing on? What exactly are you testing on? If you know the answer, please write inside the chat, okay, so that I can see your answer. You're testing on what? Okay. Yes, very good. Very good. Rakesh, good job. You're testing on cations. You're really testing on cations, okay? But we all know in exam, if you are lucky, you will get a solution to start off with. But many a time, we start off with a solid, but do not fret, okay? Because I will equip you what to do. Actually, even if they give you a solid, don't worry. Your job, oh, Jai, you also know cation. Well done, good job. Okay, like I mentioned, sorry, I got distracted by your comments. So I'm very encouraged when I see that some of you actually know what is the purpose of certain solution, which means that you're learning well, all right? Now, for those of you that's watching, you will be saying that, wow, many a times I don't know what to do in practical. In fact, I have very little practices in practical. Do not fret, because City College is conducting practical session during the month of August, end of August and beginning of September, during the September holiday to equip you to do your practical. Now, these sessions are limited. We have only limited seats, and because you're watching, I'm going to give you a great discount, okay? So let me continue on first. Tell the discount code later because I'm so excited to do practical. Okay, first of all, now, as I mentioned, many a times, sometimes if you're lucky, you get a solution. Even if you get a solid, do not fret, follow the instruction. So basically, if you are given a solid, just follow their instruction. Most of the time, they will say, you're given an unknown solid. Example, you're given an unknown solid P. What color is this? What color is this? If you know, can you type inside to the chat? Okay. What do you think it is this color? I don't know if you can see. Maybe we can zoom in to let them see this color. And chang, 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 chang. Yes, very good. It's green. Wow, well done. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Now, this is green in color. Okay, this is green in color. Now, after you know that the color is green, okay, do you immediately add sodium hydroxide? Of course not. In order for you to find out the unknown or to even use the QA notes, they all started out with a what? A solution. They start with the word S, solution. My name is Selena, S. Selena, solution. So remember, don't just add your another solution to a solid. They only can be used if you have obtained a solution. Okay, so what if I have a solid? Usually, the steps will guide you to form the solution. So in this case, okay, let's say this is a green solid. Okay, I'm going to add something inside. And you don't know what is it. Okay, but I'm sure my camera has the ability to capture the beautiful chemical reaction. Whoa, I can see effervescent, I can see bubbles forming, and I can see the solid dissolving, and I'm going to add a little bit more. All right, wow, they are more effervescent and whoa. Okay, let me shake it so that the reaction is fully reacted. From a solid, I noticed something that the solid is dissolving and a color is forming. It is a light blue solution. You notice I use the word solution because now light can pass through and I can see through it. Wow, ta-da! Isn't this beautiful? It's such a nice color. Even my producer say that the color is nice. She say thumbs up. Thank you. Okay. Okay. Now, after I get a solution, if I want to find the unknown, what should I do? Usually, the steps is they will ask you to use about 2 cm cube of it, pour to another test tube. This is sodium hydroxide, and I'm going to add it inside. And let's see what is the reaction. Wow. 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 Isn't this instantaneous? From a solution, can you see? Immediately you get something that is blue. And this is a blue PPT, precipitate. Solution, precipitate. Then if you use your QA notes, can you tell me and write inside the chat, okay? Cannot drink lah, okay? Okay, but look like a nice drink. Okay, now, hey, type inside the chat. You use your QA notes. Have you downloaded my LG? Go to the description and download it, okay? Now, if you have the QA notes at home, it's blue in color, type inside to the chat. Tell me what, I have a winner. Rakesh, you're very fast, okay? Wow, Nicole Sim, thank you. The cat ion, Jia, good job. Well, wow, Nicole Sim, wow, you even write down the charge. Well done. You Xavier Low. Is that my Xavier? You Xavier Low. Is that Xavier? now you have Cu2 plus, correct? You know the compound, one of the cat ion, I should say the cat ion is Cu2 plus, okay? It's a compound. So I know the cat ion is Cu2 plus. Do you want to find out who is the anion? Now, if you look at your QA notes, okay, you will know that in the QA notes, there are a few things that we can add to find out the anions. We can add silver nitrate, or we can add barium nitrate. Okay, so usually the question will also ask you to add both. So I'm going to add barium first. Solution, add barium. Oh no, nothing happened. Oh no, nothing. Oh dear, what should I do? Write what? Leave blank? No, you should write no visible reaction. No? If nothing happened, do not fret. Stay calm. If you add a barium, it's a test for what? Write down. Thank you. Hey, thank you. Amazing. I clap for you. Thank you. Okay. Come, write down. If you add this over here, barium nitrate, and nothing is seen, so it is what? It means that there is no what? Barium nitrate is a test for sulfate. If there is no reaction, means that there is no sulfate present. So do not fret. Never mind. Usually, the next part, they will ask you to add silver nitrate. Okay, and silver nitrate is a test for Okay, before I even add inside, could you write inside the comment? Could you write inside the comment and let's see, yeah? Okay, okay. Three, two, one. I'm going to write, pull it in direct. Oh, wow. Thank you. Beautiful. Nice, nice. Okay, very good. Can you see? Can you see? It's white precipitate. Well, immediately I can say, who do you think this blue solution is now? The blue solution is actually copper to what? Chloride. Because you found just now that the cation is CO2 plus, and this white PBT is Cl. Combine both, my compound unknown is copper to chloride. Let's go back to our main screen. Okay. All right, now as you can see over here, well, before I move on, just now I actually saw some people actually ask, so how do I actually practice practical? Do not fret. If you want more practices for practical, City College actually will conduct practical session for people that are interested to do more practices for practical during the month of their September holiday, just right before your GCO level practical exam. So because you're watching live today and you're watching our first live of this year today, you're going to have a discount code. And because you're watching live with Selena, I'm going to give you a good discount, and it's called Love Selena. Okay, it's love, Selena. So, for me, showing you some love, okay, love, Selena. That will be your discount code if you join us for our practical session. Now, seats are limited, okay, and because seats are limited, it's a first come first serve basis. So, if you're interested, go to the description box, click on the link, and sign up for your practical. Got it? Okay. Now, even at the comment, we do have a link that's given. You can click on the link and remember to sign up, and remember the discount code love Selena. Dun-dun. Okay, let's come back to here. Now, this is I did a very short practical with all of you just now. Example, they add sodium hydroxide, and you saw that it is blue in color. Then we added barium nitrate, which is what I did just now, and silver nitrate. Well, this is a very short example of what you're expecting or what you're expected to do in your practical. So, like I mentioned, it is parallel or similar to your actual these exam. Okay, all this question. Now, since we have already I already do one physical practical with you. Now, let's get ready to do some questions. Okay, very simple. Okay, everyone that's watching, make sure your QA notes is right in front of you. Let's just focus on this question. Now, this question can be found also inside your LG, okay? But if you cannot find it at the moment, do not fret. Just look at the question. Let's answer the questions, okay? Type inside the chat if you know the answer, okay? Ready? Let's begin. Now, first of all, like I mentioned, before you even use your sodium hydroxide to look out for the unknown, or even using other things to find the different unknown, you need to get a solution first, right? A solution. So in this question, it's the same. Let's look for the solution. This is a green solution. Now with a green solution, T to V, they added sodium hydroxide, correct? Now T to U, they add silver nitrate. So can you roughly guess who is T? Okay, let's try. T to V. You add sodium hydroxide here is a test for, let's see in the chat, anybody can tell me. Whenever sodium hydroxide is added, you are actually testing for what? What are you trying to find out? What are you trying to find out? Yes, very good. Well done, Rakesh. You're trying to find out cation. And because the evidence of this is you see a green precipitate. If it's a green precipitate, therefore it goes to show who or what is present. What is the cation? What is the cation specifically present? If you're not sure, use your QA notes. It will guide you and help you. Yes, it's iron too. So immediately I know that T have iron too. But is that the answer for T? Is that the answer for T? No, because it's a solution, means that it's an unknown compound. And let me tell you, most of this compound are the salts. So you have a cation and you have an anion. You have a cation and you have an anion. And you will take a closer look and let's zoom in over here, which I already zoomed in for you. T to V is a test for cation. How about T to U? T to U is a test for who? Using silver nitrate. It's a test for, waiting for your answer. T to U is a test for, what do you think it is? T to U using silver nitrate is a test for, actually, it is a test for anion. Silver nitrate test for anion. And which anion is that? Okay, yes, very good. Rakesh say it's chloride. Wow. Okay, so immediately I know who is T, Cl minus, because T to V tell me that it's iron 2. T to U tell me is chloride. I combine these two, immediately I know who is T. My T is actually FeCl2 and is iron 2 chloride. Now remember, if this is a transition method, it is important, very, very vital for you to write the Roman character over here to tell me that it is iron 2 or iron 3. Got it? Okay, so with just simple understanding of that, or what you do in practical, you can link it back to T. You can find out the unknown. Isn't that good? Then, is that all? That only earned you 1 mark. Then how do you get the rest of the marks? Do not fret. I'm going to guide you. Now, as I mentioned, this page is important, which is your QA notes. Okay, you need to memorize it. So before we move on further, let's make sure everybody that's watching know exactly what we are doing. Okay, let's see here. Okay, now this can be found in your page 7, okay, of your LG. So if the solution given is blue and you add sodium hydroxide, you saw a blue PPT, immediately you know inside contain what? Yes. Okay, inside will contain Cu2 plus. If your product will have Cu2 plus, your solution A will also have copper. Okay, if your precipitate have copper 2 plus, your solution A should also have Cu2 plus. It makes sense, huh? Your A must have Cu2 plus before they can give you a precipitate of a blue color. All right, how about the next one? Green again, we just did it. Who do you think this precipitate is? Sodium hydroxide. Who do you think the cation is? Who do you think this cation is? Let's see. Who do you think this cation is? Is green PPT. Green precipitate. Solution A, green precipitate. Thank you. Very good. Fe2 plus, and this is also Fe2 plus. Very good. Let's move on to the next one. Now, silver nitrate, which is similar to what I've tested for you or showed you just now. This is a test for what? Silver nitrate test for? Yes. Okay, I'm sure many of you remember it's a test for chloride as I showed you just now. All right, very good, Nicholson. Very good, chloride. So, chloride is one of my product. Chloride here and chloride here. Can see? All right, okay. Next one, barium is a test for. Next up, we have barium is a test for. Let me make it smaller so that you can see the entire question and it's nice. Okay, nice. Okay, if it's adding nitric acid followed by barium nitrate, yes, very good. I see the answers coming up. I have sulfate here and I do have sulfate here as well. Both sides also have sulfate. Then you will see all this line. Okay, some of you will be wondering, hey, how come she's doing this? We are practicing first using the QA notes, okay? Very good. Now, next up, to effectively solve this, you remember I keep mentioning that you need to have a solution. Without a solution, it's not possible for you to add your sodium hydroxide to find the cation. Without a solution, you cannot add silver nitrate or even barium nitrate to find the cation. So it is important that you know that you always start off with a solution. And most of the solution actually is a compound. And what type of compound is that? It's actually your salt. Okay, some of you that are watching will say that, salt? Is it the table salt that we eat? Kind of. So actually, what's the name of the table salt that you eat, that you consume? Do you know the answer? Do you want to type inside the chat and show me? If you know the answer to the table salt that you eat, can you actually type inside to the chat? And if you know it, most likely our SG City College will track you down and give you a welcome gift. They will send it to you, deliver to you. Okay, SG City College. You make sure that you find who is that. Oh, okay. I saw. Comment. Rakesh says sodium chloride. Yes. So the table salt that you consume, Nicosim will also say that sodium chloride. Okay. Wow. Braden will also say it's NaCl. Very good. The salt that you eat is actually sodium chloride. So today, if you love to eat things that are a little salty and you go to McDonald's, actually McDonald's French fry is one of the best fries, I think. Some people like to add a lot of salt. So maybe you can tell the person that's serving you next time, hi, can you add a little bit of sodium chloride, more sodium chloride to my fries, please? I'm sure many people will say, okay, sure, I will add more sodium chloride. Okay, means that they have learned science. Okay, let's move on. But please don't try it, okay? I think the auntie or whoever that's serving you will get very upset when you say sodium chloride. Most likely they will say, huh? What did you just say? What did you just say? Now, sodium chloride is just one of an example of a salt. There are other salt in the world. Okay, sodium chloride is not just the only salt that is in the syllabus. No, please, okay, it's just one of the example of the many other salts in the world. Okay, but of course, if you know sodium chloride, thumbs up for you. Now, as I mentioned, usually you start with a solution. Okay, and a solution most of the time is a salt. Now, if it's a salt, it's actually a cation and an anion. Now, many times I will call them Mr. and Mrs. So if I say Mr. is the cation, Mrs. is the anion. Mr. is the man now. So if I keep saying Mr. means I'm talking about the cation, the man. Okay, I categorize the man as cation. Then the Mrs. will be the anion. Okay, got it? All right, let's move on. So we always start with a solution. And just now we did this question. We actually, using our qualitative analysis notes, we found out who on earth is my T already. Who on earth is T? Because we know that sodium hydroxide here is a test for cation and it's green. So the Mr. and the Mrs. T. Yeah? This is Fe. Let me use a green color, Fe2 plus. And because T to U over here, they added silver nitrate, it's actually a test for anion. And silver nitrate is test for chloride. So we have Cl minus. And remember just now, I say this is FeCl2, and most of you got it. Okay, so next up, we're going to find the rest of the questions, including the equation. Now, I came up with 3 simple steps, which is your page 18. Make sure you open up your page 18 and place it right in front of you. I came up with 3 simple steps to solve all this question. Okay, I like to come up with 3 steps so that it's easy for everybody to digest and use in your exam. 3 steps. Step 1, we always look for the solution. Okay, solution. Remember, as my name is Selena, as. So start with solution. Okay, and after you look for the solution, I mentioned just now, a solution is actually a compound, which is your salt, which is also your Mr. and your Mrs., your cation and your anion, your cation and your anion, Mr. and Mrs. Okay, now, second step, you notice this 8 lines method, 8 lines, okay? Now, AB is the unknown salt. So A is the Mr. and B is the Mrs. And another one is an unknown solution, which is your C and your D. Your C and your D. Then you notice that the position change. It become AD and CB. Very good. You notice that. I'm glad to see. What exactly is happening here? Now, let's look back at our question, okay? The 8 lines. If you're at page 30, make sure that your LG flip to page 30 right now. 30. Okay, I wait for you. I know some of you are trying to flip to it. Very good. Now, if you notice over here, example for T, okay, is your unknown solution, which is my AB here. So T is my AB plus, so this is AB. Unknown solution, sort, Mr. and Mrs. A and B, cation and ion, A and B. And then let's look at the equation, okay, from T to U. T to U, which is adding silver nitrate. Silver nitrate here. Now, silver nitrate is Ag NO3. Can see? Ah. Whatever that you add, you write on the equation. There, now you have 4 lines. Okay, 4 lines. Then follow the exchange partner. You notice over here, I mentioned just now, A is the cation, B is the anion. A is the Mr. and B is the Mrs. C is also a Mr., another Mr., and D is also another Mrs. So they are two couples here, AB and CD. Now, for this thing, you notice that A will no longer go with B. A will like break off with B and go and marry D. Now you have AD. C, because he's alone. D doesn't want to be with C. So C will go with B. So you must remember the position is very, very important. You really, 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 really need to have a CB. Yes. I'm just saying A, B, C, D, huh? Okay, so don't get too excited. So AB plus CD, you will get AD and CB. You cannot write BC. It must be C followed by a B. CB. Okay, circuit breaker. Okay, no more circuit breaker. Okay, let's move on. All right, so you know. Now, why is it got this 8 lines method? Actually, this 8 lines come from where? How come I use this 8 lines method? I'm glad you're asking. Did you realize that? Okay, let's go and zoom in right now. Okay, remember the A, B, C, D, yeah? Okay, everybody remember A, B, C, D. Okay, AB plus CD will give you AD plus CB. Okay, 8 lines method. Why? Huh? Why? How come I have this 8 lines? What is the concept behind? This is not math. What kind of theory is this? Well, if you look closer and let's zoom in, you have a solution here. If you look at T to B, you're adding another solution. A solution plus another solution give you this word called what? Precipitate. Do you remember this? This word called precipitate. Where can you find this word precipitate? It comes from the process of what? Precipitation. And precipitation is actually a method of what? A method of producing insoluble salt. So those of you that are watching, you say, oh, now I realize what I'm doing. I'm glad. Thank you. Now, insoluble salt is under the chapter of acid base and preparation of salt. Now, if you're not sure with this topic and you needed someone to guide you and you needed some more help, okay, go to the chat. Comment that you want another live session with acid base and preparation of salt. We will do it for you. If we have enough votes and viewers, we will do another live session just for acid base and preparation of salt. Ta-da-da-da. Okay, but let me, for this session alone, you need to at least understand that solution plus another solution, okay, if you get a precipitate, the process is called precipitation. So, under preparation of salt, okay, which is on page 5 of your LG, okay, now you will know insoluble salt, to prepare insoluble salt, the only method is through precipitation over here. Okay, through precipitation here. Moving on. Yes, and how do you carry out precipitation? Soluble salt plus soluble salt will give you insoluble salt and a soluble salt. Well, a lot of salt and salt and salt. You get lost, right? That's why I came out with ABCD. The ABCD is very clear. Like I mentioned, A salt is AB, cation, anion. AB, cation, anion. Mr., Mrs. Cation, anion. Okay, cation, anion. Okay, Mr., Mrs. Husband, wife. Husband, wife. Okay, then they exchange partner. You get AD and CB. AD and CB. Got it? Now, then how do you know which one is the insoluble salt? Now, at the product here, you will need to use your solubility sort table to fit in the state symbol. From the state symbol, you are able to tell whether this is a soluble salt or an insoluble salt. So the table look like this, which is in page 4 of your LG. People, you need to know and you need to memorize your solubility sort table. You need to memorize your solubility sort table. This is a solubility sort table. You need to memorize it. Nitrates. All nitrates are soluble. Sulfate. There are 3 sciences, physics, chem, and bio. Chloride and iodide, Ag and Pb, okay? And carbonate, only the group 1, and ammonium is soluble. The rest are all insoluble. Now, with this table, it will help you to better tackle the question because insoluble salt, the state symbol is S. Soluble salt, the state symbol is AQ. Can you see? All right, insoluble salt, the state symbol is S. Soluble salt, the state symbol is AQ. From there, you will be able to tell who is the answer because your insoluble salt, your S is your precipitate. Your S will be your answer, will be your precipitate. Always remember, last step, fit in the state symbol, your insoluble salt is your precipitate. So right now, we're going to tackle one question. Let's practice first. Okay, question over here. It's in page 15 of your LG. Okay, let's go to page 15 and let me drink some water. Okay, you get the page? CD is NaOH. Thank you. Thank you. Highs. I think it's highs. It's Haliza. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, ready? Next up, let's see the blue solution A now. Okay, so let's apply our ABCD. Okay, now if you can type in your answer inside to the chat. All right, we will see for you. If you're fast enough, you can type in the entire equation. We will also see for you. I'm sure my admin, SG City College, will be there to effectively tell you. Okay, can you identify the solution? Step 1, let's identify the unknown AB. Who is the cation and who is the anion? Now, A to B, you add sodium hydroxide. It's blue in color. So if it's blue, actually, who is the cation? And when you add silver nitrate, A to C, okay, you found something. Okay, so who is your unknown A? Who is your unknown A? Type inside to the chat, please. Let's go. Who do you think is your Mr. and who do you think is the Mrs.? A to B tell you who is the cation. So I can find my AB. Okay, I'm going to write A, B, C, D here. AB plus CD will give you AD and CB. Okay, I'm waiting for answers. Oh, okay. I see some answer. Can you tell me who is the solution A? Who is solution A? Nicole Sim says that it's copper 2 chloride. Rakesh says it's copper 2 chloride. Well done. Okay, with these 2 answers, let's continue on. Immediately, I know it's Cu2 plus and Cl minus is my AB, which is my unknown solution A. Okay, plus who? They added sodium hydroxide. So I'm going to add NaOH, okay? Na plus. I'm going to change to this color so that everybody can see. Because I think that the pink color is not so obvious, right? Okay, so let's do an exchange and partner now. Okay, so Cu2 plus now is my A. My D is my OH minus plus C is my Na plus and my B is Cl minus. There you go. This is the equation. Now, this is not the answer that you should show in your exam. In fact, this is your working. Okay, so this working is for you to continue to effectively write down a balanced equation. Remember, the last portion always end off with write a balanced chemical equation. So I'm going to help you how to solve this to earn this 2 marks. Remember 6? Okay, we earn 1 mark to find our solution A already. Another 2 more marks. Okay, 1 mark for the solution A, another 2 marks for equation, 3 more marks. Okay, so let's combine all this to write a good equation. CuCl2 plus NaOH will give you Cu bracket OH bracket 2 plus NaCl. Okay, can everybody see? Yes, beautiful. Is that all? Is that the end? Remember, an equation is not complete until we balance it. So let's balance the equation. Of course, today's lesson is not to teach you balance equation now. Okay, so but let me teach you a trick. There is some trick to balance equation that is very effective. Okay, so follow, listen up, eyes on me, lights on the screen. Okay, watch. Over here, hydroxide got 2 sets. I just need to put a 2 in front of the NaOH. There you go, I balance the hydroxide. But because I put a 2 in front of the NaOH, my sodium also increased by 2. I put another 2, squeeze it here in front of the NaCl. Now my Cl increased by 2. I have 2Cl. I balance the equation. Okay, so is that all? No. To find the blue precipitate, because this is blue precipitate, okay, can see on top A to B is a blue precipitate. Your job, last step, is to fit in the state symbol. So what is the state symbol? Very simple. Okay, let me use another color. Now, this part here, copper chloride using your solubility sort table is aqueous. Sodium hydroxide is also aqueous. Copper hydroxide, is it aqueous? You look at your solubility sort table, you will realize what? Copper hydroxide is not. Hydroxide only group 1. Copper is not group 1, so it's not soluble. So if it's not soluble, what is your state? You should write down S. And this is AQ. And there you go. Remember I mentioned just now? Precipitate is S. Thank you, Rakesh. Your precipitate is your solid state. So therefore, blue precipitate here is copper hydroxide. There you go. Thank you. All right. Let's do A to C right now. A to C. A to C. Now, as we know, A is copper 2 chloride. Okay. As we know, A is copper 2 chloride plus followed by silver nitrate. So we are doing A to C. Yeah? I cannot forget my A, B, C, D because we're still practicing. So let me write AB plus CD will give you AD and CB. Okay. If you're still practicing, okay, remember that you must write it down properly. Okay. Wow, somebody, okay, I suddenly stopped for a while because you're still watching and I'm reading some comments here. Bev, I took an online tuition with you 2 years ago for camp and I scored A. Thank you very much. Let me send you some heart. Ta-da! Okay, thank you. It's very encouraging to see. Thank you so much. Thank you. Okay, let's continue on. A to C. Now, let me go slower because I do want to hear from you in case I talk too fast. Okay. Now, A to C. A to C. I already know that my blue solution, AB, which is AB, is copper 2 chloride. Copper 2 chloride. Okay, let me clean this away so that I can write properly. Cu2 plus and Cl minus. Okay, plus A to C. So plus who? Plus who? Plus who? Plus who? Silver nitrate. Could you write inside to the chat? Silver nitrate is your CD. So which is silver is what? Ag what? Ag plus, nitrate is NO3 minus. Now, those of you that's watching, okay, remember, please write this down in your notes, okay? Ag is 1 plus, okay? Ag is 1 plus. Many a time, people will think that Ag is not 1 plus and they will write Ag 2 plus and Ag something else, okay? So please remember to write down at the side of the notes is Ag plus, Ag plus, okay? Ag plus. Okay, let's move on. Okay, let's move on. Let me write this down. Okay, so now AD, so it's what? Cu2 plus NO3 minus plus. Okay, can see? Okay, wait, let me clean this away and rewrite it. Okay. NO3 minus, and my C now is Ag plus, and my B is Cl minus. Okay, there you go. I have an entire equation. Remember, you do not present this equation, this answer as your balance equation. No, okay? No. You must write down properly. This is your working, okay? This is your working. Okay, let's go on. You will get CuCl2 plus AgNO3 to give you Cu bracket NO3 bracket 2 plus AgCl. Now, let's fit in the state symbol. Are you ready? Let's fit in the state symbol, okay? AQ, AQ, copper nitrate, is it AQ or is it solid? Is it AQ or is it solid? Copper nitrate, is it AQ or is it solid? Write down. Is it S or is it AQ? Write down inside the chat. Nitrates. Hey, thank you, Rakesh. Okay. Now, do you know that nitrates is actually, all nitrates are actually aqueous. Okay. Now, to remember the entire solubility sort table, you can come up, be creative, and come up with songs to remember it. Okay. In my class, I always sing to my student until they remember that all nitrates are soluble. Actually, it come from the Britney Spears song. Oops, I don't know if the people watching, you know what is Britney. Who is Britney Spears? It's actually from the song Hit Me Baby One More Time, but never mind. Okay. So all nitrates are soluble. All nitrates are soluble. Okay, I should stop singing because I think they say, let me stop. Okay, so all nitrates are soluble. All nitrates are soluble. And then AgCl is silver chloride. Do you think it's soluble or do you think it's insoluble? S or AQ? Go into the chat. AgCl, is it S or AQ? Is it S or AQ? Is it S or AQ? Okay, still waiting for answer. Silver chloride, is it S or AQ? Nice. Thank you, Nicole Sim. Very good. Well done. You're fast and furious. Okay, wow, Rakesh is also very good. Rakesh, good job. Now, like I mentioned, if the state is solid, that is your answer because that will be your precipitate. Yay. Okay, now I will know who is the answer of what is the answer for white precipitate C? My white precipitate C is none other than silver chloride, AgCl. Voila. Okay, we solved one full question. Now, I even teach you, wait, I forgot something. Nobody tell me. Nobody type inside the chat. Somebody must, can you all see something that I missed out? Okay. You look at the equation, I missed out something. I always say an equation is not complete until we do what? Yes, nobody tell me that I didn't balance. Hi-yo. Okay. Yeah. If not, I will given you another discount if you sign up for the practical. Okay. Okay. I didn't balance the equation. So let's balance the equation right now. Now, because here nitrate is 2 set, I put 2 in front and I put another 2 in front here, the silver. There you go. I balance it beautifully. Okay. So step 1, let's recall the 8 step. Step 1, we look for solution. Solution S. My name is Selena, solution S. Okay, now then we go by the 8 lines. Why 8 lines? Because most of the time you're looking for precipitate. Precipitate process is this ABCD that I summarized for you. Okay, now next up, we fill in the state symbol and look for the solid state because the solid state is actually equivalent to the precipitate. Got it? Okay, next up, let's do a full question. Page 25 of your LG. If you're there, thumbs up for me. Okay, not thumbs up. I forgot there's not Zoom. You cannot thumbs up. But of course, let me give you some time. Make sure you flip to page 25 of your LG. Okay, I think it's the second last page. All right. Okay, you're there. So let's solve this question, this whole full question. We always start with finding the solution. And from here, you have R, S, T, U, and V. Who is the solution here? Could you write inside to the chat? Who is the solution here? 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 Very good. Thank you. I have people saying that is T. There you go. And this is my unknown AB. I will write two lines, AB here. Okay, AB. Let me write here. So we start with our solution T. Now let's write a balance equation. But before we write the balance equation, can you find out who is this solution T? T to you add silver nitrate. It's a test for. T to you, they added silver nitrate. It's a test for. It's a test for. If you know the answer, T to you is a test for. If you know the answer, type inside to the chat and let us see if you know it. Come. Thank you. Wow, Rakesh, you're very fast, leh. Like you know every single answer like that. Oh, oh no. Okay, no. Oh yes, very good, very very good. Okay, next time I see you, I'll buy you a cake. Yes, or I'll bake you a cake. Yes, thank you, Nicholson. So immediately I know silver nitrate is a test for. It's actually a test for your anion. So I immediately write Cl minus. How about T to V? You add sodium hydroxide. It's a test for what? T to V. You add sodium hydroxide. It's a test for what? It's a test for what? It's a test for what? T to V. You add sodium hydroxide. Yeah, very good. Well done. It's a test for cation. Jia, good job. Jia, good job. Jia, good job. Okay, very good. It's a test for your cation. Which cation is this? It's a green precipitate. Okay, it's a green precipitate. It's a green precipitate. So tell me which cation is this? Come on into the chat, please. Okay, it's a green precipitate. So which is, yes, very good. Nicole Sim say it's Fe2 plus. Immediately I write it down, Fe2 plus. Come. I know the solution. Now my T is Fe2 plus and Cl minus. So T is actually FeCl2. Out of 6 marks, I get 1 mark already. Okay, so let's fulfill the 8 lines method. Okay, let's fulfill the 8 lines method. So we are going T to U right now. T to U. Let's write down the equation. Okay, so remember AB plus CD will give you AD and CB. Okay. Okay, so who is my CD? Everybody will know is silver nitrate. I'm doing the equation from T to U. So it's silver nitrate, Ag plus NO3 minus combined, I get Fe2 plus NO3 minus. Okay, let me change another color so that everybody can see. Plus, my C is Ag plus and Cl minus. Of course, we have to rewrite this entire equation. All right, so I will get something like this. I'm going to rewrite on top so that you can see it clearer. So it's FeCl2 plus AgNO3 to give you FeNO3 bracket 2 plus AgCl. I will not make the mistake twice. After I finish an equation, I must always remember to balance it. So let's balance the equation. Okay, come. Okay, let's quickly balance equation. So nitrate here got 2 sets. I quickly put a 2 in front. And because Ag is 2, I put another 2 in front here. Let me write up here. Now, after we balance the equation, next up, fit in our state symbol. Wow, Jia, you're very good. You say balance. Lao Sư remember. I remember now. I balance it. Thank you, thank you. Okay, now let's go on to fit in the state symbol. Okay, this is what? State symbol? AQ, AQ, and nitrate. All nitrates are soluble. Does it sound like Britney Spears song? So, AQ. Oh my producer is laughing behind. Okay, never mind. AgCl is chloride. So, I won't sing. So this is solid. So who is the U white precipitate? The U white precipitate is actually my silver chloride. I earned another 1 mark. Wow, Nicholson, very good. Write down state symbol. Thank you. Okay. So I know my T, I know my U. Now let's go from T to V now. T to V. T to V. Okay, I know my T, which is, so this is T to V. Okay, so still same A, B, C, D. AB plus CD will give you AD plus CB. Now, if I write in blue, to the black. Do you think you can see? Let me, okay. Uh, okay, I think you can. So I'm not going to change. Fe2 plus, Cl minus, plus Cd is my Na plus, OH minus, and we'll exchange partner. I will have Fe2 plus, OH minus, plus my B, and it's Cb. Okay, make sure it's Na plus and Cl minus. All right, rewrite the equation. Let me use another color so that everybody can see FeCl2 plus NaOH to give you, let's change the color again, FeOH bracket 2 plus NaCl. Okay, double check your answer with mine. Make sure that you can see. And then now make sure that you also end up with a what? State symbol, state symbol. Thank you, Nicole. I saw state symbol. Thank you for reminding me. Okay. AQ, AQ. I'm almost done. Hydroxide or carbonate hydroxide oxide. The only soluble part is the only soluble salt for hydroxide, oxide, and carbonate are the group 1 metals. If you're not group 1, you're not soluble. So iron 2 hydroxide is not soluble, so this is solid state. And this is aqueous, AQ. Did I balance it? No, I forgot to balance again. I should balance equation. Okay, hydroxide 2, I just need to put a 2 in front and a 2 here, and there you go. And my V is what? Iron 2 hydroxide. So I quickly, because it's solid state here, can see. The solid state represent a precipitate. I repeat again, a solid state represent a precipitate. Therefore, my V is FeOH bracket 2. Iron 2 hydroxide. Got it? Okay, we solved a lot already. We have T, we have U, we have V, and we have equation. So 1 mark for the T, 1 mark for U, 1 mark for V, and 2 marks for a balanced equation. I have 5 marks liao. 5 marks. Now, another very easy marks to attain is what? Well, in most of the question, okay, Cambridge, or I should say GCO level tests are always very kind. They will always fit in a guess, GAS. Could you guess the gas here? Can you guess GUESS, the unknown gas, GAS here? The unknown gas here is U, a colorless gas. Apply a burning splint. You will hear a pop sound. Okay, it's like my stepping on my finger. You will hear a pop sound. Which gas is this? Let's go into the chat. Thank you very much. Let's see who is the winner. We will send you a welcome pack. I would definitely. Thank you, Rakesh. Good job. You're the first one. Well done, Rakesh. Hydrogen gas. Well done. Hydrogen gas. So, very good. S is hydrogen gas. H2, hydrogen gas. All right. Then there's still one more unknown. Okay, you're here because you want to get full marks. You want to get your A1, right? So let's go up and solve and tackle this full question, which is your S. No, your R. They say here R is a powdered metal R. When you add hydrochloric acid, you will get a gas and a solution T. Actually, metal plus acid comes under the topic of acid, base, and salt again. So like I mentioned just now, if you want to learn more about acid, base, and salt topic, and you really want another live session from us, please type inside the chat or write to us so that we know that people really want to have this topic, and we will do another live just for you. Okay. Now over here, metal R, we add with an acid to produce two things. So actually, generally, acid plus metal, what are the product? If you know, write inside to the chat, please. Okay, acid plus metal. If you know the answer, write inside to the chat, please. Okay, acid plus metal. Okay, as you're writing inside the chat, very good. Jia, you say salt and hydrogen gas. I just want to answer the question. Hi, Dylan. Hi, Dylan. Good job, Dylan. Now, for those of you that actually, there's a question, Jojo Ng Song Yi. Hello, hello, so Jojo Ng, salt and hydrogen gas. Well done. All of you have learned very well. Okay, over here, Sim asks, could it be oxygen? How do you know which test are they doing? Sim, okay, let's stop for a while. Okay, wait, let me complete this. Acid plus metal, you're correct, will give you salt plus hydrogen gas. Let me answer Sim question. Sim asks, how do you know that? Could it be oxygen? Cannot, because you look at as they use a burning splint, and the result is what? A popping sound. Popping sound. You need to have a popping sound. So this popping sound is an evidence to show that who is present? Hydrogen gas. If it's oxygen gas, it won't have a popping sound. It will just relight like fireworks. Baby, you're a firework. Okay, sorry, I won't sing. Okay, if it's oxygen gas, you will relight the glowing splint. Okay, it's like, whoa, you will see it burning. So from a glowing splint, it will whoa like that. Okay, like baby, you're a fireworks. Okay, I won't say because all my producer give me a stunned face. Okay, yes. Okay, apply a burning splint and you hear a pop sound. It's an evidence for hydrogen gas. Immediately I know it's hydrogen already. So it's very definite. Got it? Can I? Okay, so hey, come back to here. Okay, metal plus an acid. Everybody tell me that is what? Salt and hydrogen gas, right? So let me ask you that are watching, who on earth? Okay, wait. Let me add on a HCl. Because they say hydrochloric acid, a question say one, not I say, plus metal to give you a salt. The salt is your green solution T, which is your FeCl2. Hey, hello, people watching. Okay, last question for today. Okay, we make sure we send you a nice delivery for you to congratulate you that you actually understand this. Okay, now who is this metal that when you add an acid will give you iron 2 chloride? Come, which metal is this? Type inside to the chat. Come, let's wait. Okay, SG City College, please make sure that you pick the winner for today. We'll send and deliver a cake to you. Rakesh, you are the winner now. Confirm you win. Okay, which metal is this that you'll get an iron chloride? Obviously, the metal must be who? Drum roll. Okay, yes. Okay, if you see the chat, you will know that it's actually iron. Iron. So, but many a times people will write this. Watch, eyes on the screen. They will say, oh, Fe2 plus. Fe2 plus. Okay, I'm going to clean away some stuff so that it's not so cluttered and it's not so messy. Okay, I'm sure you have already seen this, so I'm cleaning it away. Now, if you present your answer like this as one of the equation, you are wrong. It is a matter. It is a matter. So the correct answer to present is not iron 2, it's just Fe iron will give you iron chloride plus hydrogen gas. Of course, if you want this to be one of the balance equation, one of the chemical balance equation, you have to balance your equation. Okay, don't forget, huh? Balance equation. Say with me, balance equation. Okay, you are saying. Say again, balance equation. Equation must be balanced. Okay, so put a 2 in front. There you go. I balance equation beautifully. And my powdered metal is Fe. Either you write the chemical formula or you write iron. And you don't even need to write the iron too. It's just iron. IRON, iron. That's it. Because they didn't combine with any other thing yet. This is the pure metal iron, just iron like that. This two answer will be acceptable. And there you go. I finished teaching you the entire thing, and I even show you a full questions and teach you how to balance it. So let's recap our 3 steps. Remember, step number 1, always look for the solution. Okay, S stands for solution. Then we come up with our 8 lines method. All right, and remember to fit in your state symbol. Now you need 2 tables. You need to remember 2 tables, solubility sort table. And of course, you also need to know and remember the QA qualitative analysis notes. And if you need help to memorize it, do not hesitate, do not fret. Go to our description box, click on the YouTube and watch. And remember, after you watch it, please click like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. Now, if you still have any more questions, okay, do not hesitate and type inside the chat. We can actually, I can actually stay on a little longer, okay, to actually answer some of your questions. And my SG City College actually do a polling to ask everybody, do you want to hear Selena saying 80% say yes, 20% say no. Thank you for that 20%. So complete only 10%. So 8% say yes, 2% say no. I honor the 2% vote. Thank you very much. And have a good evening. Thank you so much for joining us. And if you like this video, please share with your friends. And remember to like and subscribe. Halisa. Okay, thank you. And baby, you're a firework.